Welcome to the Freedom Savage Podcast.
I don't wanna talk.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's your boy Douglas, or you can call me Freedom. Welcome back to my channel. This is episode 4 of my podcast. As y'all already know, we got some amazing guests. We're going to get into some things, yada, yada, yada. I might hear a fan in the background for the majority of the episode, not turning it off because they got the heat on like crazy in my room and I'm burning up. So make sure that y'all like this video, share this video, comment below this video, and subscribe to my channel because you need me. Alrighty, let's get into our first segment.
Please get up.
Hello.
Hi. Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. Should I? Okay, and I'm gonna leave it like this.
Yeah, you can leave it like that. That's perfectly fine. All right. I'm actually excited because you and I have not spoken and so like spoken like this in like a minute.
Yes, a very long time.
You could introduce yourself and say your pronouns for the viewers.
Okay. Hi guys. My name is Janera. My pronouns is she and her. I'm morphing into this Janera Sky title. I'm really feeling that. Skyana is my middle name, and I wasn't really going by it, but Janera Sky just sounds so beautiful. So that's me.
I do. Oh my God. Yes, I do.
Mhm.
That name just hit me just now.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. For those of y'all who don't know, Janera lives in my neighborhood, and we've seen some things. We've
Yes.
got past things in my neighborhood, and I'm so glad that I'm at this point in my life now, spiritually and emotionally, and that you're also just at a good spot in your life. You know, we're both just focusing on inspiring others and sending messages and just promoting overall healing and growth and wellness for us, our family, and everyone, pretty much everyone. Which brings me to my first question that I wrote down for you, because this is one of the biggest questions that I actually did really want to ask you. Hold on, where is it at? It's right here. Got you. All right. I wanted to know just what you've been up to. What are you about? What's your goal? What you've been doing?
Okay. Currently my goal in life is to become my own boss, is to become self-sufficient, not really to have to depend on nobody, to be able to grow my own food, make my own clothes, write my, just be the source that I need for myself. Currently, right now, I am focusing on the healing. I'm going through like a really strong spiritual awakening. And each day I'm learning something new. So I have a lot of books I love to read. I love to research and discover new information, and all of this is leading me to writing articles. Right now I'm feeling very called to write because I have a lot to say, but it's so much to say that I have to write it. So I'm doing articles, I will be doing poems and everything soon, and I'm going to be having a blog, and I'm going to create a podcast as well. I'm in the process of that. Everything right now is just focusing on healing my generation and healing my people. This is why I'm doing everything that I'm doing. I want to become my own boss so I can influence others to become their own boss. I want to write and speak truth only. I'm not here to sway anybody. I'm here to put everybody in the right direction. Never just very uplifting, motivating, and just happiness and positivity. And that's what I want everybody to be in tune to. Like me healing myself is also me healing my people. So as I go through this, I'm going to really influence my people. That's really what I want to be. But a title, I would say public figure. I think I'm going to grow into that title, public figure, because since I have so much influence to give out there, that's what I'm going to be influencing a lot of people publicly. So I think that's one title that I can go by, and as well as influencer and a writer. And I think soon I'll be writing books, but not now, though. Not now. That's a lot.
Oh my God. First of all, I just wanted to say that I don't know, probably you noticed because you are you.
Yeah.
This is a big, okay, so just quick backstory. Like I said, Janera and I grown up in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you feel the same for me, but from meeting you years ago to now, you seem to have grown so much. And what I'm loving right now, and this is not for the podcast, this is not me being fake. I genuinely feel this big vibe from you. And I don't know what it is. It's this huge vibe of this powerful vibe. It's like, it's literally, it's even though we're like digital right now, like remote, I feel it soaring over, not only on the podcast, but into like my room. Like, I really feel this big, like, pull from you right now. And it's like making me so damn happy. And we like a few minutes into this damn podcast. But, you know, I just wanted to say that I really seen your growth. Like, although, you know, we didn't speak as much, you know, we kind of saw each other here and there, you know, turning up in the park.
Yes.
I've seen your growth. And I don't know what this is right now, but this spiritual journey, whatever you're doing, it's working. Something happening. Okay. Something is happening. And, you know, it really reminds me of, I don't know if you know Kehlani, R&B singer. She recently just released her album, Blue Water Road. And this album, she speaks about having had gone on many spiritual ceremonies and many spiritual journeys, and how it kind of shaped her whole perspective of life, because she had a lot of deaths, a lot of her friends had died, and you know, she's had like a lot of public relationships that kind of went like, you know what I mean? So it caused her to, you know, dive into more spiritual, you know, journeys. And she said she loved it. You know, now she has altars that she tends to, and she's catching. What really inspires me about her is just that I see that she's, first of all, I'm a big fan of Kehlani overall. I've been a fan of Kehlani for years, but, you know, I've seen how much she's grown. And even listening to her album, I've seen how much of a better place and how much at peace she's in on her spiritual journey. And she's still on it. And this is not to necessarily compare you to Kehlani. It's just that when I see the growth in you, it's similar to the growth that I've seen in her as an artist. And it's touched my soul. Now, me personally, as far as like spiritual journeys and stuff, that is something that I have yet to actually dive into, but I'm tempted. Seeing artists like her, it makes me want to wonder, you know, what is it like to actually get in touch with my internal and eternal being, you know? What I mean? So, and I'm not gonna lie, like part of the reason for why I even wanted you on this podcast was just your Instagram out of this world. And I don't even want to say controversial. I want to say meaningful, informal. Social media page, if we could just quickly just dive into like what's this your whole outtake on social media, like what are you doing as far as promoting your messages? What messages do you want to promote to your people? One
message that I want to get out there is to think for yourself. I definitely want everybody thinking for themselves, because right now we're in a time period where it's like a mass manipulation is happening. Manipulation has been happening for so long. The TV and social media, it's a lot of manipulating going on, especially like I see on Facebook and Instagram. It's like a lot of society pushing what they want you to be onto you. And it's like they're painting an image of what the perfect woman could be, what the perfect man can be. And if you don't have a strong mind, you can easily fall into that. And you can easily find yourself living according to society expectations. So with my social media, I just want to encourage everybody to think for themselves. Ultimately, just think for yourself and go within. That's really it. Just think for yourself. That like I don't know what other message that I could really promote other than that. I feel all my videos, all my posts will all come up to this bigger gist, because all my posts and like my videos is just like, it's always an opposing idea to what everybody usually believes. And that's because I started thinking for myself. And I wanted to make a comment on Kehlani as well. I seen her interfering with a Chaka Bars, and he's like a vegan coach. He's really like healthy. And I've seen the same change that you're talking about within her. And I love it for her. And with the altars and the spirituality, everything is very powerful. But what usually encourages this stuff is when what you go through, past life experiences, heartbreaks, like, you know, a whole bunch of trauma that literally just pushes you to deal with it. Like, you know, you can't just keep pushing it aside. You have to heal from it and deal with it. And I think that's another thing my social media will promote: heal. A lot of people needs to heal. And that's what I would love for everybody to do as a collective: heal and think for yourselves. And I think once everybody start doing that at a mass scale, we'll see a complete evolution within the human race.
Absolutely. This kind of brings me back to what I spoke about during the first episode of this podcast with another friend of mine, Nakaya. We also spoke about the internet and, you know, the ups and the downs about it. But we both kind of, you know, established that the internet is kind of like a double-edged sword. You have these views and these ideas that are getting implemented into society, these ideas that are false, these ideas that are really negative, and they appear to be like cool. Trendy, I think, is a big word. It's not real.
Right.
And I think that's really the point I'm trying to get at. Like, it's not real. The great part about social media is we could get on these platforms, use it to our advantage. So instead of influencing what's trendy, instead of influencing what's going on nowadays, we could start influencing the truth.
I like to see it this way: like, use social media, don't let social media use you. Like, you know, control it and allow it to be a product of you. Don't be a product of it. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh, God. Yes. And I would say that I feel like this specifically, not saying that, you know, older people and people from older generations don't get affected by this, because they definitely do. They're a big part of it. But I feel like this specifically will touch the younger generation, our generation, early 2000s kids, late 90s kids. Like, this is going to affect us. Like, you know, I've let social media get to me. I'm not afraid to say that. You know what I mean? I used to think social media was the only thing on the planet. I feel like social media in a way did help me grow, but, you know, like you said, it had its ups and downs. You know, I was smart enough to not really pay too much attention to it. I'm the type of person where I get tired of Instagram really quickly. I get tired of Snapchat really quickly. I haven't actually, right now I'm back on TikTok, but it's more for promotional reasons. In order to kind of, you know, change things around, in order to kind of get to the top, you kind of got to like play the game a little bit. That way, once you get to that position, you can start changing things around. So that's kind of the goal with me. I would say that, like, before this whole, like, making a decision to get more active on TikTok and stuff, you know, I wasn't on it. Like, ask my friends, like, if they would send me, I'll open up TikTok and I'll see like 100 TikToks sent from them. And I don't know what it was, because I was big on Musical.ly. I don't know if y'all know, but I was a Musical.ly maniac. And for some reason, like, once I saw things change to TikTok, like, I was one of those people over the quarantine that was just on it all the time, 24/7. But in the last couple of months, it kind of, like, I don't know, I was just uninterested. I get tired of social media very, very, very quickly. I don't see social media anymore as this big, huge thing. There's life to live. There's real life out there that people can actually go and grab on. There's stuff that I have to do for my life. And because of my career, it does cause me to be a little bit more active. But, you know, and I was also telling Nakaya in our first episode this, back in the day when celebrities or when people needed to get a message out there, they did it so authentically. They went places, they spoke, they blase. And I'm not saying that social media, you know, you could do it a little bit more easily on social media. Yes, because that's where a lot of people are. But back then, it just felt so much more authentic to people that way. You know what I mean? Real talent had to go in and audition in order to get famous, not just creating something on TikTok and going viral. And now you know what I mean? And, you know, I see that, you know, with social media and the internet, I do feel like although the world evolves and I do see a lot of good in it, I could also see how it's tainting the authenticity in our lives.
Like you said, like, social media for individuals like you and me is just simply a tool. Like, we are like the younger generation. And instead of us actually going out there and speaking in front of crowds, we have like platforms like this where we could speak to a whole bunch of people. And I think that's a pro of that. But overall, or like down the line, it seems like social media, like you said, is going to be taking away that authentic, like that authenticity. Oh my god, that word is so hard for me to pronounce. Oh my god. But
It's perfectly fine. I mess up words on here all the time.
like a lot of people now today, it's all about popularity. Like you can have you a message, you can have you a fire song, you could really have some talent to your name, but if you don't have them likes, if you don't have them followers, people is not going to support you simply because it's all about popularity. Whereas back then, somebody that's coming out with authentic music, somebody that actually has something to say, had the opportunity to flourish and make it, because it wasn't all about likes and followers. You can't see who's following this person if there's no social media. All you can know is when you get to the event, how many people is in the crowd of this person that's speaking. You don't know. But with social media, it's like it gives you a whole, like, people is just judging you based off your profile, and your profile can be made into anything you want it to be. It does not necessarily have to be who you are. And that's the problem. Like, you're judging me off this profile that I created to the perspective that I want you to see of me. I'm not going to post my worst pictures. I'm not going to post my bad moments because I'm trying to uphold this image. And it's like social media takes away from that purity. It's just like a whole bunch of ups and downs with it. And it's like it needs to have this balance. And I see a lot of people falling on the opposite side of the scale of social media, like the negative side, being influenced and swayed by what it's promoting, and literally only listening to people for popularity purposes. And it's really corny in my eyes. When TikTok first came out, I was not interested at all. I was really no, I don't want to use TikTok. Then I started to realize like it can also be a tool, and that I can manipulate my newsfeed to show me videos that I only want to see. On my TikTok is nothing but informative things on there, nothing but knowledge. There's nothing stupid. I don't like any of that. So my TikTok is very like programmed to how I want it to be. But if it wasn't like that, I wouldn't be on TikTok at all. Like it doesn't interest me.
But I'm not gonna lie. Now, I'm into the stupid stuff. Here's the reason why I'm into the stupid stuff. Because, I view myself as having heavy crackhead energy. I'm one of those people that love to laugh, love to have fun, love to be silly. I know when to be when to be silly and when to not be silly. Like, definitely. But a lot of times, because of the person I am, I love silly shit. I love, some of the stupid stuff that I see on TikTok. I don't personally think that I'm not saying you said it, but I don't personally think that there's anything that is necessarily wrong with it. I do believe that sometimes it's good to see stupid stuff on the internet as far as like pop culture, what's going on with the celebrity entertainment and stuff. I feel like it's good because there are people out there that are going through things and who might be experiencing some emotional hardship. And sometimes that stupid, pointless stuff that you see on social media, it serves as this form of like distraction. It'll take you out of how you're feeling. And there's multiple comedians and stuff on social media, and these people who, make these crazy ass TikToks where people have came up to them and been like, you know what, because of you, you're my form of healing. You helped me get out of this dark place in my life by watching your videos. I would say that not everybody gets sucked in. Some people really just use it as a way of, keeping their day alive. You know what I mean? Just keeping their mood alive. Like my mom and I, we watch gossip bloggers and celebrity bloggers all the time. We don't really like dive into it like, oh my God, but it serves as a, distraction when you just want a little pick me up. What I mean? A book's not doing it for you. If TV's not doing it for you. Something's not doing it for you. That stupid stuff is doing it to you. I don't take it seriously. It's just that I do see it as a great form of entertainment for whenever I need to keep myself at peace.
Right. I can say I definitely agree with that perspective. Like you need that balance. My Facebook, like it does have a lot of stupid things, like certain skits and things like that definitely makes me laugh. And like certain it's comedy. That's what I see it as. A lot of like, I have to have that balance as well, which is what my Facebook is for. I can't really choose my newsfeed on there because it's all about who I'm friends with and who I'm following. So if my friend shares this and I'll come across this and it's funny, I'll enjoy it and I'll laugh. But I have to have a balance. So I definitely think it's necessary. Like I find myself watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians here and there. It just makes me laugh. And I do like to laugh. Like there is no problem with laughing. So I will never, ever like really shoot down them videos, because it definitely provides that balance. You need that balance of seriousness and you need that balance of goofiness. So I love it.
You know, I get, to be honest with you, my FYP is a mixture of fucking everything. I get stuff that I don't want to see on my FYP, like for real. And, you know, I personally, like I said, it's not something that I pay too much attention to, because after a while I do get bored. I'm one of those people that could look at TikTok and I'll get so turned off. I'll just be like, you know what? After like 10, 20 videos, I'm like, yeah,
You know,
put this down. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, let me just put this down. You know, that's really about it. I see that you want stability in society. And I feel like the way you're using social media is a great way to do it. When I go on your Instagram, when I see the things I see, I'm like, wow. You know, it's stuff that, and nobody necessarily has to agree with you, but it's stuff that will make people think.
yes,
It's stuff that really will make people say, you know what? Okay, I probably don't agree with everything she said, but she was onto something with this. This quote right here. You know, this might make me want to, you know, like tap into something right now. You know what I mean? And you know, that's kind of what I love about your page. Your usage of social media really shows that you're the one in control. Other than, you know, what you're going for, what you're doing as far as like being on social media, what is life like for you now? What do you I guess like find interest doing in your life?
I definitely find interest in cooking right now. Like I said, writing, dancing, and I also find interest in connecting in nature, grounding, meditating outside. Like I'm going to get into planting soon, but it's like right now, connecting with nature right now is something that I'm really into, as well as all those other things. And it's like my favorite one to do though is connect with nature. Like now that I'm conscious and I am aware of the benefits of connecting with nature, going outside, getting sunlight, letting your feet touch the grass, I have much gratitude for all of it, and I just love it. Like that's how my life is looking at an everyday basis. Like, you know, trying to go outside, get some sun, exercise, work out, make sure that I'm prioritizing my health as well. Because this whole COVID thing, it really made me realize so much, like, about our immune systems. Like, you know, our immune systems is very important, and us being outside, like you literally just standing in the sun is beneficial to your immune system. So each day of my life, I try to make sure that I am doing something that can benefit my body 10, 20 years from now. Because right now it's like we're young and we could get so like caught up in, you know, just these everyday habits, like eating bad, staying in the house, playing a game, not really just connecting with the natural things of life. And like as I get older, I know that certain things like me walking and me stretching, because in my family, a lot of people got bad knees, bad backs. So I be trying to stretch, trying to work out every day, like, you know, day-to-day basis.
Like we not gonna get none of that.
Yeah. Or like have to protect it, eat right, and just try to really clear and like just try to really work with myself through like a lot of like past traumas, a lot of things that I have went through. Like my everyday life is really healing, and just healing. So about 10, 20 years from now, I can already be good. I can be a good mother to my children and everything, and they won't have to heal from me healing. Because a lot of parents, like, you know, unconsciously project their traumas onto their children, leaving their children with so much baggage to clean up. So I just want to get myself together so I can be a better person for my family, myself, everybody. I just want to be a great influence on anybody that comes around me, because you are who you hang around. So
absolutely. I've learned, like growing up, stuff that my parents had to go through, you know, being young and the trauma they experienced and how it did affect them in their adulthood. Like my dad, especially, like a lot of what he went through as a child has really impacted his adulthood a lot. And, you know, this also dates back to just like, you know, generational trauma and stuff that's just been piling on and on, specifically in, you know, the Black community. But you're so right. You know, doing these things, like little things like going outside, you may not see it now, but long term, this really impacts a lot for you. And specifically what you said about being a good parent, you literally just like a thought just flew into my head about you know, like I was telling my friends this the other day. I see kind of what this is. Like when it comes to like having kids, you know, the parents always say, I just want my kids to have a good life. You know, like kids that have been through trauma, I've heard them all say, you know, like, you know, when I grow up, you know, I want to give my child a better life and not have them live the life that I did. And I see that that's kind of what this is, you know, like I want to have kids so they could have, you know, my mom and dad did everything so I can have a great life. And now I want my kids to have a better one than me. Then when they grow up, they're going to want their kids to have a better one than them. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, I see that if we keep the generations going to where it's more like that, and not only so they can have a better life, but that way they can know to navigate life well. You know, I see a lot of these, you know, and I think that's like one great thing about our generation. One thing that I do love that this generation is doing is asking questions.
Yes.
We're taking what was implemented back 100 something years ago and we're saying, wait a minute, because 2 + 2 = 4, and 5 + 5 = 10. What is this? You know,
2 + 2 is 4, right? And 5 + 5 is 10. Okay. What the fuck is this?
But I mean, like, we're really like taking things now and we're having discussions about it. Society is evolving. Humans evolve. People evolve. And it's like, as we're doing that, what we're doing is we're shedding light on stuff that was kept so dark or just so swept under the rug. I wanted to first say shout out to our friend Claudia. Shout out to Claudia.
Yes.
Claudia has told me so much of just like what you've been doing with your life, and she told me how much you've grown. I just want to give a special shout out to her because she kind of also, you know, played a part in me getting to like actually touch base with you again. And I'm so glad that there's somebody in this neighborhood where, you know, I could have, because this is the first time that we're actually speaking, period. Right. Like not even speaking about this, like actually speaking, period. Because, you know, she's been doing stuff, I've been doing stuff. This is the first time that we're actually speaking, period, like in a really long time. And I'm glad that it came to this point in our lives where we can focus on, you know, what we want to map out for ourselves and others. You know, a lot of the stuff that I've been through in this neighborhood, I didn't let it hurt me. And I've been using this term lately, and I even spoke about it in my therapy sessions. You know, I told my therapist that lately I've been feeling like I've been running from an avalanche, specifically this year, not a actual, you know, real one, but mentally, emotionally, I've been feeling like I've been running. And although I'm only 19 years old, you know, they're going to say, you ain't got really too much to do. But I'm telling y'all, from what I've seen, like, you know, I had an ill parent for like the last 12 plus years. She's now recovering. School I got to deal with. It's maintaining good friendships, maintaining good vibes, maintaining good energy. And then, like I said, figuring out how to map out social media so it's for my benefit, for my audience's benefit. You know, that's kind of how I've been feeling lately. And I've just been wanting to find ways to withstand any avalanche that comes. And with the spiritual stuff that you've been diving into, I've seen that it's worked for you.
I have to say, Douglas, I always seen you with a strong head on your shoulders. Even when we was playing in the playground, I always seen you as somebody that was strong and intelligent. I never like ever once had any other thought but that. And there was times where I have seen you like, you know, coming out around the neighborhood with your parent that you said was ill and everything like that. And I just seen you as so responsible and strong. And now that I'm having this conversation with you, it's definitely certain. Even after actually it became more clear to me when I was speaking to Claudia and she was telling me that you're in school, that you got all this going for you. And I'm like, you are guaranteed to be successful. That's all that I see for you. I see just success. Like, I don't even think you know how far you're about. Like, you are, I see comprehend. Feel it. Huh?
I said, sometimes it's hard for me to comprehend that. Wow, I'm doing that. You're doing that. You know what I mean?
And your spirit, you're very strong overall, strong-minded, strong spirit. Like even in the park, like when we were playing, I always thought you were just so strong-minded. Like for some reason, I always thought that. And I definitely can see now today why. And it's because look, like I would have never expected for you to be doing something like this. Like, honestly, even though I seen you as strong-minded, but for you to have your own podcast and everything like that, It's so great because not a lot of people in our community, as we both know, is really on this time. And I know of Operation Hood, but it's like children in our age group, in our age range, children that we grew up with, I don't see them this passionate about evolving. And I love that this is you, and I know this is Claudia, and this is me, and this is like, we're going to be very successful.
I personally, I've seen a lot of growth in her specifically, because if y'all know Claudia, y'all know she's been through some shit. And I told her, like, you don't notice, but God and the universe, they got something for you right now. Everything that you have been through, everything that your universe is going to pay you back.
Yes.
Everything that you've gone through. And I see it within you too. Your overall vibe and your overall demeanor. I did not know I was going to get hit with this. This hit me.
Right.
I'm not going to lie. But it didn't hit me in a bad way. It hit me in a wow. Like, you really got me rethinking some life. Like, fuck the podcast type shit. Like, you really got me really like, oh my God, I got to get this paper now. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what I want to do. I want to show people in our neighborhood, like, it doesn't have to be what y'all seeing right now. I am in college studying opera and business. This is the key. Yeah.
Oh my God. I love that for you.
Yes. It's the core. It's the core to all music. But yeah, I'm gonna let you because I, in the next few minutes I gotta start another segment. So I'm gonna let you take the floor. Ask me questions.
One question that I want to ask you is, what advice would you give your younger self now?
Love yourself no matter what. Keep pushing. I said this during my first episode. I'm not going to warn my younger self about anything bad to come. He got to go through it. He got to go through it because he's going to, if I tell him and he tries to prevent it, he's going to severely impact me now. Like, if that was really a case where I could go back in time and meet my younger self, he's going to impact me so much to where, I may have not learned this lesson had I not gone through that. You know what I mean? I am a big believer in the concept that everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
I always tell my younger self to love myself.
Yes. And another question is, if you had to change anything about our community, like in a positive way, what would it be? Like, what would you do to get our community to a better place or a more positive place?
Break the box. What I mean by that is, Black people are conditioned and categorized every single day.
Yes.
You don't see Black girls doing a lot of what you're doing. You don't see Black boys, especially our age, doing a lot of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Break the box. Show that it's possible. Because in all honesty, we started all this shit. When I mean music, I mean all of that. We started all this shit. So in all honesty, break the box and show people that Black people could do anything they put their minds to.
Yes.
They put their minds to. So if I had to tell my community anything, it's break the box. I don't care. Surfer, cook, restaurant owner, I don't care. We need to see more of it. It could be something as minimal as janitor to as high as president. Do it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. A lot of young people out here, and even a lot of older guys I see out here, is saying, oh, this is my block, this is my area. But you don't know, you don't own nothing in the community. You don't own anything. You're not giving back much, or you're contributing to violence. So it's like, if this is really your block, why don't you own anything? Why aren't you protecting it? Why aren't you doing anything to give back to it? And it's like, people like us, we're working from the inside. We're working from the inside, whereas these people, they have direct access to the community every day. And if they had a mentality like yours, we would see such a much better environment. And it's like you said, break the box. Like, you don't have to stay in the projects for 20, 30 years. Don't get comfortable. Want better for yourself. Don't stay so comfortable in one space because this is all you're used to. You deserve better, and therefore you have to aim for better. So break the box.
You gotta aim for it. I don't know what it is, but you got me feeling so powerful right now. And I know that with that same voice and with that same stamina, nothing is going to stop you. So I want to encourage you to just keep on doing what you're doing. I got to move on to the next segment, but we're going to have to, I'm going to need you back on here for something.
Okay, yes.
I'm going to need you back on here for something because you touched me and we need to get into some more stuff.
From there. It's only up from here.
Only up from here. Thank you so much for being a part of this segment. You have brought the segment into a whole nother level of just wow. Literally,
Yes.
wow. Know that you're amazing.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having
me. Yes.
Please get up.
Hey y'all, we are now in the next segment. This is Freedom Fun, as y'all already know. Shout out to Lisa for giving us the little game that we about to play. And first of all, I'm always forgetting. Let me, introduce yourselves.
So my name is Lisa, and my pronouns are she, her.
Lisby or Elizabeth. Liz, I don't care. Lizzie, I don't care. She, her as pronouns. And I'll be eating today, so don't worry, you get a free mukbang. I'll mute myself if anything.
Girl, we don't care about no damn. You don't have to mute yourself for no food. Eat your own. Lisa, you can explain the game that we are gonna play because you know more about it.
If you guys know Worm.io, this game is basically it, except you draw. So, however much rounds we have, you would have like 60 seconds to draw the word that they give you, and then we have to guess what the word is.
I think Liz and I played a similar game like this before because there was this app that I had downloaded for Liz and I back during the quarantine, like when me and her and my cousin and stuff was playing around. I think it was, and it had it was like a video chat and you could do games. I'm bleeping out the name because they're not paying me unless y'all want to pay me anything, Yeah, so we're gonna start that. The link is in the chat. I don't know if Lizbeth sees it.
She don't.
She don't? Okay. Lizbeth, I'm resending the link. Don't press on the link. All right, I gotta give you guys an invite link. All right, let me see.
I just want to talk about menstrual.
Like, as I said, I was about to do my makeup, and I look at my hand, and I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? I was pissed. And I was already running late.
I took a shower because
I was like, now I have to take a shower, and I took a shower, and I had 20 minutes to do my makeup.
I was going on looking like a boy today. Actually, let me put the filter on.
Not just man.
You told me. I don't have my makeup on today.
So you gonna come here looking like anyway.
I look good.
All right. We gonna have girls over here.
And a smash.
We gonna have girls over here looking at Lizbeth, trying to get her number and stuff. All in her DM. Anywho, I sent the link for y'all. Him and Kylie, run in here and get y'all juice. And when you stole Lizbeth yesterday, you said, "What's that?"
Hey, Colin, run in here and come get y'all juice.
You really said, "Lizbeth, run in here and get your juice." All right. Did y'all see? I got the link in the chat right now for the game.
I see it.
I said I want blue. Why are you giving me? Okay, there we go.
The amount of close-ups I'm about to get of Lizbeth in this fucking mustache.
Oh, so we got an R.
I don't know what the hell you drawing. Oh!
Are you guys getting it?
What R is in there?
Hold on. Let me see if I can do it like this.
Can you give me words?
What R is it?
Because I thought it was raining.
Ranger.
I wanted to say, Douglas, you know this don't look like it was a raindrop. Drop top. Smoke. I didn't want to say raindrop because you guys wouldn't know it was raindrop.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can't actually say the word.
Say the word.
R. Which is what the heck? Oh, choose the word. Okay. This is more. Is this a noun? I don't know if this is a noun. I don't know English. So I'll give y'all a hint. Actually, this is not the word. Don't worry about that. So, It's like online. What's the other? It's the same word, online. You know how we have online and people use the R word instead of saying online. It's also like with a R, like online and the R word is the same thing. Like teachers would say it
I guessed it.
because it's more like instead of
it.
saying online.
Lisa looking at you like, what the hell?
And in Blackboard, it would say it like what class hybrid.
I see why she did this. She went and made it like a little bit like so you could actually think about it.
Oh, like an actual physical remote.
You didn't even know what you were doing.
It's like remote class.
No.
I kind of forgot remote was called that. Like I'm thinking controller. I don't call things remote. Like I don't call an actual controller.
Pass me the remote control.
Yeah, I don't say it. Like this it's very What? Oh, it's the opposite.
I made it a while ago.
I don't know
Oh,
how to spell it.
That's
How
not
do
a
I spell
wow.
that?
what the heck? It's not what I wrote?
It's made with something from the brand from Philadelphia.
What? Like wait.
Creme brulee.
What the fuck is it?
This is a back picture.
I was about to
Oh, wait.
say it. You can see me type it.
I don't even know.
You can literally see me type it. Oh, that's cute. Douglas, did you choose some of these words? Actually,
No, I didn't choose none of the words. The game is.
Okay, so I'm. It's in my room.
Now she looking
also-
back.
Because I don't know how it actually looks like.
What is that? I have a feeling. What is that?
That was a.
I'm coloring it in. Don't worry, that's me coloring it in.
No.
It does look like it's a console. It's like the latest. You don't have to say the actual number or the. It's just a console.
Not Lisa.
No, you gotta type it. You gotta type the full like.
Not Lisa. Put it in. The same as me.
It looks like a book.
Okay.
Yes, Bob.
My pussy severely.
Is my pussy pop severely? Nigga said the Earth's crust.
Wait, it's 5 words. I just want to know what is this. Like none of the.
All right, I'll give y'all. I'm gonna draw a little hint. It's something that you could throw in like rivers.
I know what you're talking about.
It's this form of it's this thing that you could throw in.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know the word in my head. It's not a fucking rock. It's not a pebble. Like it's like I don't know what it is. What the f is it?
Right.
Why did I not think?
What is it?
Not a strike.
Stove. I said stove.
This fan is doing it for me.
What the fuck?
I'm not the one with the lowest score.
You know what?
That's
I
what I
have
want to
3
know. 'Cause
words.
Why you say? Because you the actual drawer in the group.
It's not even working. Oh,
I think I know what you were trying to spell.
I guessed it. I guessed the word. I already guessed it.
damn.
Because I know that it was 3 words.
Oh,
What do you do with the phone?
I didn't know what to do. I wanted to be smart with it, like Lisbeth.
Yeah, because it was like an action. Ooh. This is cute. Okay.
Look at her face.
Okay, hold on.
See how good she drew without even trying?
It's the way she drew that nose so effortless.
Lisa, it's
Oh,
without the
I tell
S.
you, like-
Stop. It's
Without
without the
the-
S. You didn't guess it. It's without the S. Without the S at the end. You got the word right. It's just you did a
Oh.
plural, a singular.
I
She
thought
went
it
and said
was
smart.
not.
It's the way.
You got the.
It's the
Oh,
way.
that I drew it.
Yeah, I was about to say this is a great game for our major to like this.
Yeah, there's games like this in Roblox. I just don't. It's because it's like random people. Like I feel like it's better to play it with friends. Like I
God,
want to.
suck at drawing. Like this is.
Wait, why is it so long?
Oh, y'all
It
close.
was 2 words.
Yeah, it's 2 words because it's describing what's inside.
What the fuck is inside?
Ah, fuck. Let me.
Okay, I got one of the words. So
Y'all
you
were
have
on the
to
right
give me,
track, but we're describing who's inside. Driving. Inside. How do you fucking draw it?
Who is that? I don't know who the I don't know the name of the driver. Like I don't know the name of it.
AX.
What are they? What are
The
they
fuck?
called?
Oh!
I hope I didn't draw no.
You had him smile like.
I hope I didn't draw no damn
No, it's really...
offensive symbol or nothing.
Oh my god.
No, you didn't. That's just it looks like the X looks like the with the circle like X-Men.
Okay.
It doesn't look like
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't no damn.
not drawing offensive symbol like that. You were trying to draw the wheel inside the car. Girl.
Is that a nipple? Areola?
What the?
It's Elizabeth balls. Straight balls.
Come on.
You gave it eyes? Give me a hint. We only have R.
It's a game.
What game is this?
He's kind of like a Pokemon, but he's not a Pokemon.
Wait, no, it's not.
He's kind of like a Pokemon, but he's not a Pokemon.
I don't know.
I forgot what he looked like.
Wait, what the? Am I close?
You're close. Kirby.
I spelled it wrong. I'm sorry.
Remember that. I think
That looks.
I'm sorry.
It looks nothing like Kirby. I'm sorry.
I don't know that.
how you say shout out to Kirby and the people that play. I don't.
Wait, am I supposed to draw? Oh, I don't like this word. I don't know how to. Okay.
So why'd you pick it?
I didn't pick it. I didn't have the time. I don't like the word, so I'll just get.
Oh,
Fucking.
I spelled it.
Oh, in a page, you have the title, and then you she got it. You got the title, and then you could have like before you have like the paragraph, like
Douglas.
you have this. It's like yeah.
I was about to. No, I can't say that. I was about to say. Oh no.
Got it. He got it already. I didn't know why I drew a head and then an eye. But I was like, wait, it's an actual thing.
This is 3 words.
God, please let me draw this correctly.
The
How do you
thing
do
is, it's 3 words, so I'm gonna just do this. I'm trying to do the alphabet and then
Oh my God, I suck at drawing. Lisa, remove one of those words and you got it.
so it's nothing in the alphabet. Wait,
It's
what?
a symbol. It's a very well-known symbol. It's just that I suck at drawing. Respell that, Lisa.
I don't know what the last. I don't know. I see what Lisa.
Respell that, Lisa. You got it. Respell that. Respell that. Respell that. It's 3 words.
Racist. Please take that out.
I'm not even gonna shed light on the comment section because they're gonna cancel you.
I think
Oh, we know how to do this. That's what.
Oh.
No. Oh, that's what it. Oh.
What the heck?
no, it's a brand. It's a brand. It has like the 3 lines right here. I drew them wrong, but and it's more sportswear.
Lisa, you know this.
It's more sportswear. You go look it up and try to.
I don't know how to
find
spell
sportswear.
it. Hold on.
That's literally the only.
So look it up. Look it up on Google. And then
Adidas.
copy and paste. I had to look up an image of what it looked like. I really.
It's
It's like-
Adidas or Adidas?
I don't know how to pronounce that. I always say Adidas.
Adidas.
Douglas, please.
I didn't do anything.
It's 4 words.
Hold on, Douglas.
Oh!
That looks like Peppa Pig smell his foot.
It looks like.
If you guys don't know this, you guys are. I'm not even gonna draw it.
Please. You gotta draw it. How is someone supposed to know it?
Because everybody knows this.
Don't give me a real life. Oh!
Oh.
No. When you started drawing the M is when I got
Hold on, let me make this better.
Please, can you
Why you
please
didn't just
draw
actually
it?
draw
I
the-
am drawing it.
Lisa,
That's
why you
what
didn't
Lisa.
actually-
It makes it so much harder than when you do this. What?
Lisa, you could have just drawn the actual thing.
Listen,
Focus on what she's drawing. Don't
I
focus on
don't know
before the
what
guy.
she's drawing.
What does that logo remind you of?
McDonald's.
Okay, then. So write what that is. I hate it here. I really hate it here. Lisa, what was that?
you guys never heard of that? Fries. McDonald's fries.
I never heard of that.
The thing is, my head thought fries, but when I looked at the word on the R and I, for some reason, my stuff didn't. Am I
In my mind,
drawing?
I was like, it looked like French fries.
Oh my god, I'm drawing.
The M is
Wait, but
McDonald's.
I don't know this word. What the fuck is this a pill?
I took a pill.
What is this? I'll just give y'all a word. Can y'all tell me what this is? What is that? What the fuck is that? It's spelled actually not caps. No, it's not CT. I literally spelled it out for you.
Now Elizabeth giving us the last word.
Whatever.
I don't know what that is. Oh,
it's a pill. Some type of
Vatican. Vatican. I don't know what this is.
I don't think it's a pill. I think we're idiots.
No, it's a pill. Like, I looked it up and it's like, it's a pill. Like, it's in a bottle. It's Vatican. It's Vatican. No, you, like, Vatican. So not Vatican. Sorry, not Vatican. Vatican. Lisa, what
First
C
of all, why
is
am I
in...
typing? I guess the word.
No, it's Lisa, because she kept on spelling it the wrong way.
Should I make this easy for y'all? I'm
I meant to put my screen down.
I was trying to
wanna
make it a
read-
little bit funny, but anyway.
Period.
Fun?
Yeah.
You guys have more points than me. Even though I typed
And I'm about to
it.
say, because you're the actual drawer in the group, that is so weird.
No, I just can't. Like, I could draw it, but then I can't, like, figure it out what it is.
Right, but it's the way you draw so effortlessly. I could barely draw, and I cannot believe I cannot draw to save my life.
You guys have more points. Like I already saw the points in the beginning. Good job, everybody.
That was fun.
That
was really, really fun.
That was refreshing from like Roblox and trying to figure out what game to
Oh
play.
my god, yes, and that was so authentic. Like I got kind of like nostalgia playing that game. Like the website just gave me throwbacks. Like when I was little and I would go on like white sites similar to that. All right, you guys, this is our last segment. As y'all already know, this is a very, very, very popular segment where we get into some tea. This is freedom of, well, I'm about to say freedom of speech, but it's similar to freedom of speech, but freedom flashback. This is just it's like freedom of speech, but we focus on one central, general topic, one or two, central, topics. Our topic for freedom flashback now is fake friends. Oh, yes. Yes. We are throwing all shade, all tea, all shade. Now, let me stop. Actually, I want to first start off this by asking you guys one question. Did you guys feel like you needed the experience of having fake friends? We could start there.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all this little story here. So, middle school, I went to one of those public charter middle schools. And there was this girl. Right now, me and the girl are on good terms, but there was this girl. I remember the first interaction I ever saw of her. She was rude and disrespectful, and I didn't want to be friends with her. But she lives right around the corner from my house, and she was walking her dog, and my mom was like, "Oh, why don't you become friends with her?" And I was like, "No, she's rude and she's mean. Absolutely not." We end up being friends. We would walk home together every day. I would drop her by her house one day, and then the next day she would drop me by my house. So, you guys know when, especially in middle school, you have friends that don't really last a long time. Like, you guys will be friends in 5th grade, and in 6th grade, you guys don't know each other at all.
Yeah.
That's what happened with her. She became one of the popular kids. So, she would stop talking to me, but then all of a sudden, she want to ask my mom to drop her home. And my mom was like, "That's a fake friend. You don't need her as a friend anymore." And I remember one day, I was like, "Mommy, I don't need you to tell me who needs to be my friend, who doesn't need to be my friend." I remember saying that to her. She's like, "Oh, is that the way it is? Okay, you will learn." And after that, me and her never talked after that until last year or the year before. I met her at the mall. I saw her at the mall. We went home together, and that was it.
Kind of similar to me, Lisa. How you say, we not gonna give her no clout here or nothing like that. But my first ex-best friend for the majority of my preteen years, we've been friends since we were babies. She still lives in this neighborhood. Now we're on a hi and bye basis, so it's not really no relationship. She just says hi, and then I'm like, hi. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm just not gonna say her name because, like I said, we're not gonna know her credit. But or no clout here. But she was my first best friend. We hung out together since we were younger. She actually was my first kiss. Y'all remember having y'all like first kiss? She was my first kiss. We weren't dating or nothing like that. She was just a long story. She was weird. Anyway, so when we were 11 years old, she started acting fake towards me. And I didn't know what it was. Some days I was her best friend on the planet. Other days I used to come to her house with a songbook. Like I had a notebook where I was writing all my songs in at the time, and that notebook was like my baby. If you knew me back then, you knew that notebook was like everything I held on to. I took that notebook everywhere because I was getting bullied, and writing music was my only way of escaping that trauma. I remember like there will be days when we would go to her house. She would be helping me write songs. She'll help me write songs. We'd be having so much fun, karaoke, blah, blah, blah. And then there's other days where like she would pick up my book and it'll be out of nowhere. Like her mood would just change like a, I don't even want to say, but like a crazy person. Like her mood would just change like that. And she would go and pick up my book and throw it against the door and tell me get out of her house. That crazy. Or it'll be something like outside. Like we'll go outside together. We're having a good time. Once other people get involved, she doesn't know me. I mean, like she don't know me. She like go home by yourself. Like you can walk back to the building by yourself. Like she really like she switched up on me so much. And at first I didn't know what was going on because like I'm 11 at this time. This never happened with none of my friends. I'm thinking, you know, we're so close. And in my mind, I was just confused. Each time I was just confused. Like it was actually hard for me to know what was going on. And I didn't even tell my family about it. I was too embarrassed to tell them like that, like there would be times where she was just out of nowhere mean to me. But my family caught wind of it. And, you know, even like my mom told me and my sister told me, they were like, it's best if you know, try giving her some space, like falling back. Cause like they could see that she's not really like, she's not valuing me as much as I'm valuing her. And I didn't believe them. I was like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, we're friends. Like, you know, she just had her little moments, but like, we're friends. Like, she even told me on several occasions, like, I don't like you, blah, 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 blah. But then the next day she'll be like, you're my best friend, blah, 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 blah. Like, it was just so weird. But I bought it. I let her like kind of run with that. And I let her run with that for months until during the summertime, one day, we were outside and I forgot, but we had gotten to an argument. And I don't know why, but that argument ended up like breaking things. Like I brought up so many things. I was like, girl, you've been fake to me so-and-so. You know, like when I was going through stuff, you weren't there, blah, 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 blah. I've been trying to be there for you. I've been trying to be a friend, blah, 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 blah. I remember her getting so angry. And at the time, it's kind of funny. At the time, there was like, this tree was like falling apart on our block. And she picked up a couple of the pieces of like the sticks that had like the sharp ends. And she tried charging at me with them. Kids in the park had to hold her back from hitting me. Like she was really trying to hit me, like fight me. And I wasn't going to fight her because like, you know, I don't hit girls. You know, but in the back of my mind, I was like, wow, like our friendship really came to the point where you wanted to put your hands on me. Like I made you that angry. Like you have this much animosity towards me, a person who literally you switched up on me out of absolutely nowhere. Later on, a few years after, I found out that she was just going through a lot of stuff in her house. So much stuff was happening in her house that she kind of, instead of confining in me, she took the anger and the trauma that she was experiencing and they're on me. Instead of confining it. Confiding, whatever. You know what I mean? It made me realize this. I actually thank God that I had a friend like her because she showed me, and I told her this too, because a year later we had met up and she was being real passive aggressive, but I did tell her thank you in a petty / truthful way. I told her thank you, you know, for being my friend because you showed me to respect myself. You showed me to never put, you know, people above me or to never like, you know, to want more for myself. When it comes to friends and relationships, blah, blah, blah. Like you were the first person to teach me about self-love. Like, I'm glad that you kind of weren't there for me when I was getting bullied and blah, 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 blah. You were just at home chilling. And, you know.
It taught you, yeah. It taught you to not have a friend like that. Or not
after all of that bullying and thinking that she was my real friend, it kind of, it's what started me blogging back then because I had a blog website. That whole friendship and all of that, like at the end of that year, I started blogging. Like I started researching about self-love. Like our friendship ending was the catalyst for me to start actually like figuring out how can I enjoy my own company? Why do I always depend on friends? Blah, 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 blah. Like I started to really like, she did it. So I needed that. Shout out to her / we hope she's doing well.
We don't care. Okay. To be honest, I was kind of a fake friend, but you know, I'm more honest. I feel like I'm more honest and responsible. We're not talking about me now. I'm talking about me in like middle school. I had a toxic relationship with someone I liked, but they were my friend, and we just stayed friends. It was like on and off. But I've been friends with her since second grade and until middle school. It actually broke off until like incoming freshman year. She texted me on the phone. But it was more I was being toxic and a fake friend because it was a lot of complicated stuff of like I didn't tell them how I told them how I felt, but I didn't take the rejection. So that came in. That is one. So instead of using me though, some people might use you could correct me, but I could understand their struggle is different from a lot of other people. Because I can't really say much about it, but since, you know, they have bipolar disorder, it's like they have to deal with not only themselves and themselves changing moods, and they had to figure out why do I keep changing my mood like that? And they understand how it could affect not only themselves but the people that they're around. Like I know not only had like a bipolar like friend or a friend that had the bipolar disorder. Let me just say that they were bipolar, and it's not a bad thing. Because a lot of people will say you're bipolar or you're this and that. It's just sometimes they'll kind of take advantage of you sometimes, and I don't know if they'll notice it or not, but a lot of times that will happen. It happened in quarantine for me. It also happened in middle school. I had a bipolar friend middle school, but it was like on and off. There was one time that she wanted to fight me in recess. There was another time that she'll talk about her family problems to me. I don't know. There's another time that she won't talk to me at all. And last time I saw her was when I moved from Red Hook. Because she saw me moving like inside the truck, and she was like, oh my God, are you leaving? Like, what's your Insta? And it's like, I never talk to you because you're just living your life, and I understand your life is so much difficult than mine. But I don't even talk to you. No. Like how annoyed I was, like you just could see.
Yeah, but
like,
with the mustache on, like the vocal key, you look like an angry man. Like,
yeah, there was that. So I guess you could say those are fake friends, but I think a lot of times I do take in that I was the toxic one as well.
well, now that I got the opportunity, I'm just gonna say this. I feel like I'm gonna speak for some boys out there that are kind of like me. You know, I actually have a very bad. I don't think it's bad. Let me take that back. It's not bad.
Don't say it's negative.
I don't think I'm not. I'm one of those boys that don't really have male friends. I have more female friends than male friends. Period. I only have female friends. Because a lot of males don't understand me. A lot of my bullies were males. Uh, yeah. I wanted to first establish that all of my ex-best friends, I do wish them the best. I've came to this point in my life where I forgave them for everything that they've done to me because they shaped who I am. And I'm no longer carrying the burden that they placed on me and the hurt that they placed on me. It built me. You know what I mean? And now I actually feel like I have a great friend circle. Y'all and the people we hang out with. Shout out to the people we hang out with, the CPR and hug chat. But because that's what we call our group chat. We're not gonna get into it because of YouTube. But right now I do feel like I'm in a great friend space because of the decisions I made and who I am. We're all honest with each other. That's what a lot of my friendships in the past were missing. It was honesty. You know, we were little kids. That wasn't in our mind. Like we was just thinking about being around each other every day. You know what I mean? Like little kids don't really think too hard about stuff like that. Like, you know, I would say that it took me a really, 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 really long time to know that, wow, that's cute, but they don't feel the same. Like how you say that's cute, but they don't feel the same. So you got to figure out what to do now. Cause, you know, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let my friends form naturally. I'm not going to force friends. That was me in high school. That was me in middle school. I tried to force friendships and I stopped. The last person I tried to force a friendship with was, well, y'all already know his name, but anywho. And I told myself I was going to stop that. Like my friends will grow and come in time and they'll also leave. They'll also fall back. I had friends in the last 2 or 3 years that fell back. To be honest with you, I said this in my first segment, everything happens for a reason and whatever be will be. People come and go out of your life. And I'm going to quote Tyler Perry here. I remember one of his plays, Medea had said that like people in your life are like a tree. There's roots, people that stay forever. There's leaves, people that are just temporarily there that will fall off. And then those roots that you have are people that's actually gonna, I'm not quoting, but you know what I'm basically, yeah. Y'all know what I mean. There's the roots that are there at the bottom. The people that stay there are going to help grow the tree into the structure that it is. Those are people that you're going to want in your circle. I feel like right now I have that. Will it be different in the next few years? I don't know. You know, there's also this saying that once you love yourself, people will learn to love you. I feel like you guys have grown to love me because I'm always myself.
I have meow meows.
Yeah, like, sorry.
We all have meow meow.
My ex-best friends, shout out to y'all. Actually, shout out to all the bitches I dropped. Shout out to y'all. Because, you know, y'all helped shape me into who I am. And no, I don't want y'all around me no more. Like that. I don't want y'all around me. I want to see y'all eat, not at my table. So we wish y'all the best.
Not on my table.
We wish y'all the best.
Not on my group. It made me think of like my old middle school friends that I had, like the trio I had in my school, because there's another trio that I have that's separate from school during my middle school life, but I'm thinking more about, because I still talk to the trio that's in my art program, or was, you know, part when I met them at my art program, but I'm thinking more school, and I'm thinking about that, and I'm also thankful that I had them as my friend, because it was fun as it was back then.
At that time, yeah. It was great.
But I wouldn't want, like, some days I think about it, but that's not what this is about. This is more about I'm happy in like the circle I'm in. And it's not even, like you said, depending on friends. It's more of growing yourself. You just have to talk to bitches.
What advice do you give to the young folks out there and the kids out there that are getting older, that have friends and blah, 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 blah? What advice do you give to them as far as sustaining friendships and who they should have around and blah, 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 blah?
I would say fake friends could be one of the best friends you could ever have, if that makes sense. Because when you get fake friends, you learn lessons that, well, it just depends on how the friendship goes that nobody else could experience. Something that you could learn from and give to your kids or like your friends or something.
You had that experience and a bunch of other people can relate to it. Like you would learn from a true friend too, but you would learn a lot more when it hurts or affects you a lot. We make good art when we're in pain. So
this meeting thing that we're on is lagging for me. I don't know if it's going to be lagging for the audience, but if it is, I'm sorry. Just listen to what we're saying if the visuals aren't matching up, but you can continue.
I'm just thinking about my younger self. This is like when I write a letter to me, like at the end of the year, they'd be like, write a letter to your it's either to your future self, but there's also like sometimes at the end of the year you're open like the letter that you wrote to your future self that you wrote in the beginning of the year.
So much in elementary.
I keep mines because just seeing what I thought back then is just something I was journaling. It's a lot because it has to do a lot with your life. And I know if you get annoyed of people thinking of, oh, I hate when people say you gotta value your life, but how about if I don't even want to live and stuff? All of that is up to you to figure out, and that's also, I feel like a lot of people also say, but it really is up to you to figure out. And if you find, we'll go with like friends, you know, that is, you have to accept that's the reason you're kind of still living, is because you can't wait till the next day you meet your friend, no matter, or someone at school or someone at after school. Like you keep going because of something, and you gotta first accept that. Once you do, there's gonna be bitches out there that don't know how to treat you, and you just gotta learn from it. Sometimes you might feel it, because there's times that you would like, it's not wrong of you to feel like it's wrong to stay, because this is a time that you're learning. So if you're staying, then you're gonna learn eventually. So don't beat yourself up when you're like, oh, I know they're toxic and I know I keep going back and I know all of this. It's gonna help you in the long run, especially if you're truthful to yourself. And yes, it's not like overnight either. But from our, like, we don't have a lot of years of experience, but I do still see the people that I see from like middle school and like elementary school. Like I'll just see them in my neighborhood. I'll just see them when I go to work, or I'll see them like in my college and I never spoke to them again. And that should let you know that they're gonna be fine without you or not, because they're just another fucking like human being.
We are still on that road.
We're still figuring out, bitch. I didn't figure out nothing. I'm in college and I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like
we
you're
are
not gonna
still-
figure it out. I
we
could
are
say
still
don't
experiencing-
and you'll still do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't beat yourself up, really. Like I used to beat myself up when I was younger, a lot of time being like, I'm still with this toxic ex, I'm still with this toxic friend, I still like this friend. I like this friend rejected me and I'm acting like this, I'm crying to another friend, I'm using another friend to lean on. And that's what gonna keep you living and keep you continuing, then that's how it's gonna be. Like no one else could judge you for it because a lot of other people are dealing with a lot of other shit.
Yeah.
And
when the universe is ready for you to get over that and heal from that and stop
you'll
that,
get over
it'll
that.
happen. Period.
There was a time in like incoming freshman or like end of 8th grade, I knew I was gonna learn so much because I felt it. Because I was also around the time that one of my closest friends just texted me and was like, we're not friends anymore. Because it made sense to me because all the toxic shit that happened over like 4 years. So I was ready for that shit to end. And I knew I had to learn a lot because I still wanted someone, because the reason it was so toxic was because I liked them. I knew I wanted someone, but I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to deal with my feelings or accept my feelings a lot of times. And I didn't know how to even be with someone. So I know I had to like, it was a lot mentally going on for me. And I knew it when I told it at like a group therapy, and I just started crying, and no one knew what the fuck to do. I'm pretty sure the staff or like the teacher knew she's gonna go through it. Like they didn't want to say it, and I wouldn't say it too, because I could see in their perspective they're adults and they don't want to say like, oh, you might be interested in sex and you might be scared of it, someone might touch you, someone might like, they're not gonna say like all the shit that's gonna happen. They're not gonna say that it gets more unsafe, it gets more real, it because they also don't know me. They also that's the wind. They also don't they don't know me. Like me as an adult, when I look at like when I go to work and I look at the kids and they like, I see all the problems they're facing without them telling me, because I can just see through all from my experience. I could just
My mom and them, when my brothers and them used to tell me about my fake friends, though they're gonna use you, blah 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 blah. They went through it. That's why they told me.
And even if they don't say it to you, because my parents are not. It's a whole thing with my parents, so they don't talk about their past, and like they don't have like, I don't have emotional connection with their emotional maturity and shit. I had to deal with that, and I did not know why the fuck I hated my parents so much.
I was privileged to actually have my mother as my emotional support system, but I know like, for you it was a little different.
A lot of my toxic self is also based on like all of this is they're like, okay, this is kind of like, why is friends so big, is because it kind of goes into how you treat them, and it's like how you treat them is based on how you're living
at home, your home
situation.
lifestyle. I think that a lot of my friends, like especially one of my ex-best friends specifically, this is not the one I was talking about earlier, but she was going through so much favoritism. There was so much favoritism going on in her family with her brothers and her. And I think that also played a part in why she was so like, fake towards me and mean to me, because like, and used me because in a way she probably saw me as like one of her brothers. I don't know. That's that was kind of like one of the things that like ran in my head at one point. But yeah, like I think the best advice is to, y'all gonna have them. Y'all probably have them right now. Y'all don't even fucking know about it. But y'all are gonna have them, and it's something that you guys just need to learn from. But this is a topic that could go on for hours and hours on end. But I just wanted to say that this episode specifically was about growing. I wanted to focus this specific episode, make it a little bit therapeutic, just for the people out there that just needed a breather, needed, a little
like, hey, what do these bitches know?
Yeah.
Y'all 19 and proud in college. How the fuck y'all went through that shit?
How y'all feeling? How y'all doing?
Yeah. It's more of like, I feel like a younger audience would be like, how the fuck did you get here? Because I'm 14. I'm 11. I'm like, what the fuck did y'all go through to? I always thought about that when I saw people like on Instagram being like in their bio that I'm 17. This is like when I would be like 14 or like, okay, you're 17, but what's so good about being 17? Like, what did you go through? It's a lot, and I'm pretty sure if like y'all are gonna go through it too.
God, it's a pickly ass bitch.
That's an ugly, pimply bitch.
As y'all already know, stay tuned, and yeah, everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good luck on your fucking friends, ho, and yourself.
Procrastination meets imperfection. Am I heading in the right direction? I just wanna lay down, but if I lay down now